What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are enjoying your weekend. This week has been a whole lot. It's been a whole lot going on. Even this weekend, right, has been just filled. The news cycle has not stopped. So let's get into Aces weekend wrap up. Okay, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So, where do I even begin? Oh my goodness. Well, let's begin with one of the biggest news stories, which is the CEO, unfortunately, who lost his life from United Healthcare Group. So, what we found out was that the person who unalived him is still at large. He wrote on the bullets, deny, defend, and depose, which are three terms that are used within the insurance industry to basically deny people their claims. And there's a book with that same title exploring the issue, in detail. But people have been cheering this man on, and it's giving the beginnings of what happened with the French Revolution. And a lot of CEOs across the board, from Amazon to other healthcare corporations, they've taken their information offline. They've hired security firms. The elites are they're shook. And listen, you can only do so wrong for so long to people before they get fed up. um yeah, it's been a lot. Moving on, speaking of people who are fed up, so Pete Hegseth, his mother, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but he was nominated by Trump to, be in a cabinet position over the Department of Defense. Now, Pete Hegseth is not very qualified to do so. He hasn't served in the military, but he is a contributing reporter on Fox and Friends. And we all know how Trump loves Fox and Friends. And he's a reality star, turned politician himself. So the gag is his mom wrote this email, y'all. I mean, and the email is scathing. She's talking about how she didn't raise her son to be such a bum. He's abusive. His ex-wife didn't deserve the way he treated her. Her name was Meredith. She's like, Meredith didn't deserve that. You are a raging alcoholic, drunk at 10 a.m. And other people at Fox have said the same thing. So it's not just his mom. They co-signed it. But the mom put it in an email, and the email has been circulating everywhere. I mean, they read it on The View and everything. So she had to circle back and make an appearance on Fox. And, they were asking her to explain the letter or the email. And she's like, listen, my son is not that man anymore. She said, and I wrote an apology. She's like, well, nobody heard the apology. No, not after that. You are his mama, right? I'm telling y'all, everybody should not be parenting. You know what gets me? The gag is, right, that I think it is such a huge, it's a beautiful blessing to be able to bring life into this world, right? Not everybody's able to do so. Some people struggle with infertility, etc. But it is such a huge responsibility. We really should have parenting classes in high school, because I feel like a lot of the things that we learn, the Pythagorean theorem and things that we really don't use every day in life, parenting classes are up there with, like driver's ed. Well, no, I think they took driver's ed out of school too. See, and that's the issue with capitalism, going back to the whole United Healthcare Group. And people are really cheering this man on. But, it's like, I understand the business model of capitalism. They've even started making, goods a lot less durable, because they want people to continuously spend their money. Like if you make something that's of really good quality, people aren't going to buy it but just once, so people have started to kind of dilute the quality of things. But when it comes to parenting, it's so important. But yeah, his mom sided with his ex-wife, and a lot of people are saying that he's not fit to be the Department of Defense director. Listen, when it comes to Trump, he wasn't necessarily qualified to be the president of the United States either, but this is his second time. So listen, I don't think that his criteria for qualifications are traditional, and people like that about him. So hey, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Moving on to Tia Kemp and Tokyo Tony. The aunties are, going back at it, back and forth. They have Twitter beef. I don't know. Tonio said, she was going to pull up and throw hands at Tia. Tia called her a crust mite. Oh my goodness. What else is popping off? Master P's son is out here taking refrigerators. I'm just like, what is going on? Him and his friends are at college. They see some refrigerators, not like the little mini ones either that you put in your dorm room. Like him and his friends stole multiple refrigerators and put them in the campus housing. Like whatever his major is, he needs to go see a tutor. Switch it to business or something. I don't know. But of course his dad got him out of it. And I'm sure he was upset. But if y'all see refrigerators, any appliances laying around on college campus, chances are they're going to be used in some capacity. They was Percy, Master P's son said that him and his friends thought they were just going to throw them away. And that's the thing too. Even if they thought they were going to throw them away, they should have went up and asked permission. You don't just take appliances. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the charges are dropped. So I hope that was a lesson learned for him. And speaking of lesson learned, we have Nicole Murphy and Marcus Jordan. Now, Marcus, he must have a thing for older women, which do you, right? He, recently broke up with Larsa Pippen. I think after they were on the show, The Traitors, they broke up shortly after that. Then he was with a young lady. She was blonde. He was seen on the French Riviera, partaking in the nose candy of it all, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the restaurant that they were outside eating, in the middle of the table. Like, he didn't try to go to the bathroom or anything. At least in Studio 54 and in the 80s, they had some kind of decorum, so I'm told, right? The people would excuse themselves and go to the bathroom. My man hit that bump right right in between the appetizers and the entree. Oh, so now he's with Nicole Murphy. Nicole Murphy, gorgeous lady. Okay, I can't take that away from her. But she inspired Eddie Murphy's song, I just want to party. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. She is not slow down in her 50s. She was with Leela Rashawn's ex-husband or husband. She was with Lisa Ray's ex-husband. Listen, Nicole Murphy doesn't care if you have a substance abuse problem. If you're already married, my girl wants to party all the time, okay? Oh, get it, Nicole. Shout out to Nicole Murphy. So what else? I mean, everybody right now, of course, is talking about Jay-Z, and I just made a video about it myself. But the Diddy case is just, I mean, it has its tentacles, I feel like, in everything. And so Jay-Z posted, they said that he wrote it from his iPhone. He posted it to Twitter, to Roc Nation's Twitter, which Roc Nation wasn't even created when this was supposedly, happened in 2000. But listen, he's named as a co-defendant in Diddy's case, a civil lawsuit from a Jane Doe who said that she was SA'd by him and Diddy in the year 2000. She was only 13 years old. Where were her parents? Not trying to parent shame. Going back to the parenting classes. Girl, why were you 13 in the 8th grade at a VMA after party? Like, what? By herself, no friends. You know what I mean? Like, where were your girls at? Your group? Well, they was actually, I do know where they were at. They were tucked in their bed. They were tucked in. Sleep somewhere where you should have been. Listen, my heart does break for her because at 13, you don't have the cognitive, logical rationale to know enough, right? You're just so excited to be out and about. But your parents were negligent and they failed you. So anyway, Jay-Z, says that he's not going to pay one red penny and that, Tony Bugsby, the attorney, is the scum of the earth. And Jay-Z comes from the Marcy Projects, which he does. He got it out the mud. I can't, knock him for that. But he goes on this long tangent about how he's a man of, honor and integrity, and he is worried about his children's innocence. I'm thinking like, well, what about all the, if this was true, the alleged 13-year-old innocence, but all other people, I mean, people are bringing up Aaliyah that he got with Beyonce when she was still a child. She was 16. All the video vixens and all the videos, his music is not talking about anything that has to do with any type of people's innocence. Foxy Brown's innocence. I just, his track record, it speaks for itself. I'll say that because Jay-Z seems to be very litigious. His track record and his music speaks for itself. Y'all, it's been a lot. Like this week is been giving, okay? The news cycle has been one thing after another, after another, after another. This Diddy case is going to be just, I mean, they call it OJ Simpson's, the trial of the century. Well, I guess it was that century. So it was the 20th century. This is the 21st century. It may be the trial of the 21st century. At least in our lifetime, right? I don't think any of us are going to live long enough to see, the end of this century. Maybe we will, shout out to those who live a long and prosperous life. But yeah, listen, Jay-Z's being named as a co-defendant, and I'm thinking, and the young lady, the Jane Doe, said that there was another female that watched the alleged crime occur. And speaking of Jane Doe's, Anna Kane just got named as a Jane Doe. She wanted to keep her her name private. She wanted to stay a Jane Doe in her civil lawsuit against Diddy, where she said that she was a minor, similar situation. She was taken from Detroit, plied with illegal substances, and she was, essayed by Harve Pierre, who was the president of Bad Boy at the time, and Diddy. So, I mean, just it was almost like word for word, actually. Now that I think about it, Anna's civil lawsuit and this Jane Doe were, they were minors. They were taken to, well, hers was a studio. The other girls is the house, but given a drink, they felt woozy. They woke up. They were essayed, and they were taken back. It's horrible. But yeah, this is my weekend wrap up. This week has been a lot. This weekend has been a lot. But I want to, again, wrap it up, keep you guys updated. Let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. What would you guys like to hear me talk about in this weekend wrap up? So let me know if there's a specific segment that you want to hear me do going forward. But anyway, take care of yourselves, you guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk with you later. Take care, Aces. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Talk with y'all later. Bye.